Hello ladies and gentlemen, back with another recipe, another shortage on the shelves possibly, tomato ketchup, you know, for your chips. Hi there, I'm going to make homemade tomato ketchup. Thank you Carol Weston for the suggestion. Yeah, you're right, sometimes it's been unavailable due to the lockdown and who knows, manufacturing problems. So yeah, let's see what tomato ketchup's like, is it, when it's homemade. Alright then, so as usual, the full recipe is in the description. Just going to really quickly, roughly hack up these vegetables that are going in there. Not even peeling the ginger. Sometimes you just don't need to. I will peel the garlic and the onions though. While I'm doing that, yeah, a little bit of history. Well, there's quite a lot, actually. So the first sort of signs of ketchup might definitely go back to Asia. And 300 BC, perhaps as early as that in China. Sort of preserved fish, and it would have a name that sounds similar to ketchup. And then British colonialists in Malaysia discovered this sauce, more popular in Malaysia. They loved it. They took it home. It had a name very similar to ketchup. It was ketchup. If I've pronounced that probably quite badly. Anyway, and so therefore they loved it and they culturally appropriated it and they brought it back to the UK, where it was predominantly made with mushrooms, and also in America, mushrooms were by far the most popular ingredient in it. And it wasn't until 1812 in Philadelphia, a chap there called James Mees discovered using tomatoes, or as they were then known as love apples. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, so tomato ketchup was born. So while I was waffling there, you saw me finishing chopping up the rest of the vegetables, including the tomatoes, and I'm using my stick blender because I'm too lazy to go in a cupboard and get out my food processor, but by all means a food processor or a liquidizer will do just as sterling job as my stick blender did. Now in with the rest of the ingredients, so sugar, the vinegar, any vinegar you like, salt and spices, and you can see the list of spices displayed on the screen as that tumbles in slowly into the pot. But like I said earlier, the full recipe is in the description. Feel free to add and omit whatever you may or may not like. Give that a bit of a mix around. I've got it over a high heat still, but that won't be for long. Just bring it up to, it starts to simmer like so, just ticking on the edges. Now let's get that turned down. This is not a race. This is slow cooking, and if you have a slow cooker, even better, less chance of it sticking and burning. But I don't have one, so you know, I'm just keeping my eye on it, coming back every now and again, giving it a stir around, and I'm thinking, is that ready? I don't know. And then a bit later on I think, okay, now there is a clear line, and I thought, that is it. I'm sure that is reduced enough because it's hot, and when things get cooler, they do thicken up a bit. So before we put this away, I wanted to give it a final blitzing to get it as smooth as I possibly could, using my stick blender again and my autofocus, showing you very close up of my wrist. Thank you, autofocus. So there we go, and I'm thinking, I think that's it. Got to pass it. I decided to go through my conical strainer because it has slightly larger holes, and I knew that it was going to be really hard to get this through what we call a fine mesh sieve or chinois, but you know, whatever patience you've got, however smooth you want yours, the smaller the holes you push it through, the smoother your ketchup will be. Take your time, get it all through there. Obviously there's going to be bits of pulp and stuff you don't want in there, so that's great. My strainer has done its job, try to get off all the stuff on the outside, and now let's decant into some sterilized jars. Here we go, so just taking them out of the pot of water that I've had them boiling in for a while to make sure they're completely sterile. Because this, you know, this should last in your fridge for many, many weeks, hopefully even months, you know. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, anyone ill. If you ever open up a jar or something like that and it's all fizzy, you know it's gone. Anyway, so get the right jar for the lid and pop them in the fridge to get cold. Or leave them out until they're cool and then put them in the fridge. Either way. This is the next day. I decided wearing a white shirt was a really stupid idea when making tomato ketchup, and I'm thinking, I don't think this looks right. It's not. No, it just looks like a sort of thick tomato sauce. It's not ketchup. It's not. Damn. Right, so it's Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons. We make mistakes on this channel, but we don't hide from them. We learn from them, and we go, right, let's see how we fix it. I struggled with a slightly oversized spatula there. Let's get this back into a pan, and let's reduce it further. We're not giving up here. That's reduced again by, I'd say, probably at least half. It's really thick, right? I'm thinking, okay, so that's it. And, yeah, put it away into, this time just one jar is needed, because obviously it was 2 jars. We've reduced it by at least half there. Take your time. Obviously re-sterilise those jars. And let's hope this time we've got it right. I'm pretty confident this time. So there you go. Other channels won't show you getting it wrong, and then they won't be able to show you then where it might go wrong and how you can get it right. There you go. So good advice there. So once it's cooled down, obviously tomato ketchup goes with chips. Everybody knows that. It's the rules. So let's have a go, shall we? That's me pretending to do slow motion. I'm just moving slowly. Yeah. Chips and ketchup. Now let's make the second best sandwich in the world. You can put down what you think is the best sandwich in the comments below. I might tell you later. But the second best is a chip butty. And if you haven't had one of these, you are missing out. Lashings of butter, lashings of ketchup. Go on, son. Get in there. Anyway, I'm going to hand you back over to me now. Okay, ketchup. I've just tasted it. It's lovely. I'm really, really surprised. It's going to taste completely different to this stuff. Obviously, we don't really do branding on this channel, but Heinz, if you want me to sponsor your channel, I'm more than be happy to say that this stuff is nowhere near as good as this stuff. Let's have a go. It's going to be different, obviously. This recipe is guarded, but it's the one that everybody wants. So straight away, the sort of the texture and the colour. This is a very, very bright red. This is not. This is really smooth and glossy. This is not. And this is what you're used to. And obviously this one is different. So, but I'm going to try to just be really honest on this channel. You know, what's the point of lying? So let's have a go. The one we know and love. Okay, yeah, it's sweet. So this one here is different, but I've had, finish it off. I've had homemade ketchups before and they've not been very nice at all. That is really lovely. It's just different. So my summary, my conclusion is if you really want Heinz tomato ketchup, buy Heinz tomato ketchup. If you want to have a little experiment, and I'm sure this one is going to be more healthy, have a go at that one. My recipe's got a few ingredients you might not like. The chilli is coming through a little bit now, so if you really hate chilli and you don't like ginger and things like that, don't put them in there. But yeah, have a little tweak. Be prepared to spend quite a lot of time worrying that your pan's going to be burning. Not sure if if you've got it reduced enough, and therefore have to then reduce it even more. You know, all of that. But really happy with that, and I think my lady's going to like that very much as well. Anyway, so give making your own ketchup a go, especially if you can't find this stuff on the shelves. See you soon, bye.